Hi everyone, it's KIREI here for Bramble Fox with a brand new layout using some of the new sets from the shop. And the first one I've got is the Chippy Tea set, and I'm using the By the Seaside title. And I'm also using the Beach Hut set with the seagulls and the beach hut. You will have seen I also had the bucket and spade, and there's a cute little crab as well. Couldn't decide on those, but I don't end up using them. But yeah, but they're also a new set in the shop as well. So I have this photo of my husband. I really love actually because he's just sort of gazing out to sea. We're in one of our fave sort of sunny destinations that we love to just go to chill and relax. Yeah, so we're in Playa Blanca in Lanzarote, and he's just looking out we're sat in the Chiringuito having a drink, and he's just sort of gazing out to sea. And he just looks, I just really like the photo. So it's been waiting to be scrapped. So anyway, I thought this would be perfect using the By the Seaside title with this photo. So yeah. So I've pulled out, now I only had bits and pieces of this collection. It's the 49 and Market Beach Vibes collection. And obviously it's beach vibes. I thought it would be perfect, but they had this brilliant little like beach bar, which I thought was perfect because that's exactly what we were sat at the Chiringuito, which is the bar by the beach. So yeah, so I'm just playing around here. I've got my paper layers. I don't have lots of the papers left at all. I did borrow well, I didn't borrow, obviously I'm using it, so I've taken it from my friend Wendy, who had some of it left as well, but just and I've just used that some of the laser cuts as well. So I'm just layering on all the embellishments, figuring out where everything's going to go. I've got the two beach huts, the one in the sort of orange and the one in the brighter blue, but I end up not using the brighter blue one. I thought it would be okay because I've got that blue paper layer beneath my photo, but it wasn't working for me. I felt like it was just too much. So that doesn't make it in the end. But yeah, I'm just sort of curling the edges of the ephemera or the laser cuts up, just working out where all the elements are going to go. And then here we go. I've now got my paper layers stuck together, and I've kept those stuck together but not stuck on my white cardstock background because I'm going to add a bit of stenciling, which is always a good thing because I often decide to add stenciling after I've stuck things down. So yeah, much harder. So I pulled out this. This is a bit of a favourite one. It's Fox Cut Stencil number 113, and I'm using Distress Oxide in Frayed Burlap, which is sort of a soft brown. And I thought that just tied in nicely with the colours that I have in the paper layers, but also in the photo. I'm just adding a little bit of detailing up around the top, and I'm just sort of, because I've got my photos layered with the pattern papers, it's perfect because I can just keep checking, making sure I can see the stenciling that I've done, because typically, you add sort of a load of stenciling and then you end up covering so much of it up. So I'm just keeping a check to make sure that I can see the stenciling just popping out from the edges. So just building that up around the top and the bottom, and then I'll just add a little bit over to the left. Though to be fair, I do end up covering more of this part up. And then once I've got that done, I can start to get things stuck down. Actually, no, I can't, because I am actually going to add some splatters. I'm just fiddling around. I've got that long strip there, like this sort of, it's either like, it's like a little fence, or it is like one of those like walkway things that you put down the sand. Anyway, yeah, I'm fiddling around with where that's going to go. So I add some splatters. That's now dry. Oh, and I must apologies for the slight angle that I've got. I'm actually away at a one of the Paper Fox retreats, and it is so much harder to video when you're away because my camera is on a stand that is on the table, which means if I move or accidentally knock my mat, it goes off a little bit wonky, and it's also harder for me to see and check that everything's right. And yeah, and the light, you'll see there's a bit more shadow as well. So yeah, apologies for that, but it's the best I can sort of do. My camera when I'm at home videoing is actually clipped to a cupboard at the side, so it doesn't get affected at all if I knock the table, whereas here that's more likely. So apologies for that. Okay, so everything's down. I've got my little fancy wooden bit down, and I can stick down the photo layer block now so that I can then add the rest of the embellishments, which is always the fun bit. That's the bit I do love, picking out all the bits and pieces. Though to be fair, I've already worked them out. I've obviously done that already, had a bit of a play, worked out where things are. I always take a photo, so I know what's going on. But even with that, I'll start to put things down and then I'll still have a bit of a faff around and, oh, is that right? Or should I add this? So, yeah. Anyway, that's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm a slow scrapbooker, but yeah, that's okay. Okay, now we've got that fabulous laser cut beach bar that I'm just layering on. I added some foam pads to the top just so I get some dimension, and that's what I like. I always add that to my layouts. I've always got dimension. I've got layers. I like texture, so yeah. And then I can start to bring in the other elements. I've got some coconuts. I've got a couple of these little sort of fabric shells there. I'm adding one there on the right, and I will add another one at the top cluster. So I'm just getting those. So again, you can see I'm fiddling because I keep taking something. One of the embellishments, oh, it's the bag with a hat on it over on the left, and I keep moving that in and out, but that doesn't make the grade either. There we go. It's back again. Okay, seagull. Now we can add the cute seagull to the top of the roof there of the little bar. And then I'll add in some of the cluster down to the bottom right here. So I've got the Hawaiian shirt and shorts and the flip-flops. I have to say, I don't think my husband has anything quite as bright as these shorts, but he does love a Hawaiian shirt. So yeah, but I thought that was very fitting for where we are because it's absolutely where he does wear his Hawaiian shirt. So that was going on. And then I've got the beach hut. So I've got the orange one and I'm just working out where that's going to go. Fiddling around with these little flip-flops. Finally, get those stuck down. Yay. Oh, moving the bit. See, this is where I start to move things around again and think, oh, maybe I should just check if it looks better there. But, I've already done that. But anyway, okay. And here we go. Top, I've got the cluster. As I say, I've got the little fabric shell and I've got the little clip. Oh, and I've got a little I've completely gone blank. Starfish, there we go. Starfish charm that I thought I'd add on as well. Now, the lighting's changed because I think I was doing the first part of this layout in the evening. So the curtains closed. We're in the morning and we've got all the curtains open and there's lots of natural light. So it's just better lighting. So yeah, another thing that happens when you're away, it's just the way it is. Okay, so now I'm getting stuck down these final bits and pieces. I've finally, committed and I can get those in. And I'm working out the little starfish there. I'm sort of fiddling around with where that's going to go. I've added a couple of little surfboards here at the top cluster as well. And then just layering those and tucking them in. And then I've got my seagull and I've got a tiny little flower frangipani thing. So, okay. And then, I'm just keeping that seagull stuck down. There's the little charm, keeps getting moved around. Then I think I can stick oh no, charm I've attached. There we go. It was just under the grey seashell, the little charm there. So I've just stitched it on. So it's just hanging. And then obviously fabulous By the Seaside title that is part of the Chippy Tea set. Available in the shop now. And then I'm almost done. I think I'm just I'll obviously add my journaling, which I will do below the title. And that's right, I'm just going to add some enamel dots into each of the clusters here. So I'm just picking out some of the colours that are in my pattern papers. And yeah, and then I think I'm done. Here we go. I think here is the final layout. And here are some of the close-up details. You'll see that fabulous By the Seaside title. There's that cute seagull. And then we've got the orange beach hut. I hope you've enjoyed watching the process video and feel inspired to create a fabulous beachy layout. Thanks so much for watching and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.